Hi, everybody, and welcome to Axion Token Channel. So it's good to see you all. We're going to be covering everything about Axion today. So it's Axion only topic today. We'll be covering the Axion news, Axion Accelerator, the Axion Collider, and of course the Axion Launchpad, as well as the Axion Burn and Axion Bitcoin. So and the latest in social media. So it's going to be quite a lot of fun, folks. Also, we'll be covering the Axion price, which has had a lot of action in the last few hours. So we're going to get into that too. So it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Hold on to your hats. If you haven't subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and get into the chat there. We love a vibrant chat. So get on board. We never know. Sometimes we get surprise guests coming on there now. And of course, you never know if we'll have somebody pop in as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's just check that the audio is up and running and see who's in the chat too. So I think we've got going live here. Let's have a look here. So just double check on this one. Looking good. Let us make sure this is up and running. It's got a little slow on this one. Looks like we've got people in the chat already, so great to see you. Yeah, it looks good. So sounds good to me. Looks like everyone's in the house, so let's get on to it. Hey, we've got a couple. We've got Kim in the house. Very, very cool. Hi, sir. And sir, it's good to see Kim. And number 3, like. I love it. I love it. And Kevin Wilson, Axion Token Channel, a long-term supporter of this channel. I always appreciate it, Kevin. And great to see you in the chat. And awesome Axion Ord as well. Prana's in there as well. Hello, hello, hello. And, of course, Stan with the set. Kevin's in there. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Prana. Nice. Hey, actually, let's do some magic here. And Prana, let's make Prana come in. Nice. And, of course, boom. Hey, Prana, how's things going? Woohoo.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
Let's turn up the volume on my side. But, hey, that sounds great. Good to see you, Prana.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So it's nice that you have a show a little earlier for today.
Yeah. I thought I'd jump on earlier. It's probably I'm going to mix up the time, so I'm going to change times around to get a better time. So I'm actually going to do much earlier in the day, but today is earlier than I normally have been doing. So yeah, probably get much earlier. So cool. Kevin's in there in the chat. It's good to see a lower low, and that volume is suggesting some serious buy interest now. Says Kim, nice one. I agree. And Kevin says hi, Stan. Hi, Stan. Kim. It's Kim. Kevin saying hi, Kim. Yeah, cool. Kim keeps changing the names, titles. Stan with the SEC is the latest one there, right, Kim? Cool. All right, so nice. I'm pretty sure it's unless that was dumping volume, says Kim. Nice. Well, we're going to check that out later when we get to the price review. Have you seen that stuff in the last couple of hours there, Prana?
Not actually. I saw it in the other similar coin, what's happening there, but I haven't really checked with Axion.
Oh, yeah, sweet. We'll get into that for sure. All right, let's jump into the stuff, folks. This is Axion, of course, one of the top certificate deposits on the blockchain. Of course, they're not ordinary certificate deposits. They're supercharged. And, of course, you can also earn wrapped Bitcoin dividends and a bonus particle NFT, which could give you a 4% chance of winning a bonus investment. And that would be a huge ROI. So very, very cool. All right, so let's get into it. Here we are on the main page. This is the Axion portal. It's stake.axion.network. So at stake.axion.network, the link's in the video description. But Accelerator is the main page. So basically, you can buy Axion and stake it all in one go, which is pretty cool through the Accelerator. And it can earn up a pretty good APR. That does change around from day to day, but that's kind of indicative of a full sellout there on the Accelerator. You also get up to a 10x multiplier NFT for the Collider, so some pretty cool rewards. But the big deal, of course, you can buy and stake in one transaction. I'm not sure of any other project that I'm aware of. There's probably some out there, but that do that, so it's very exciting. Typically, you have to buy, your tokens on exchange and then take them over to a platform to stake. But next thing, you can do it all in one go. So we've got 2% sold so far. We've got 14 hours and 25 minutes to go, which typically I do this live stream in about 2 hours time. So normally it's about 12 hours to go. Hey, Prana, a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it's 2 hours. I usually start streaming 2 hours later, but that makes it more convenient for me at this hour.
It's the middle of the morning normally for you about that time. So
yeah.
All right, so we've got the bonus in the Accelerator. Starts off at 375 million. It's currently 369. So we've sold a few million Axion in there, and of course that recharges every 24 hours. That amount will decrease depending on what happens to the Axion price over time. So we'll see how that plays out in the future. I like to click the advanced tab. All you have to do is connect your wallet up at the top left hand side. And of course, you will be on the Polygon network as a second layer of Ethereum. So the tokens are a bit different, but you can get tokens over here. You can use crypto.com to buy tokens with fiat and get them sent over to Polygon. You can use KuCoin and I believe MoonPay. Is that right, Prana? MoonPay?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So there's some good options for you if you're wanting to get some tokens onto Matic with using fiat. Those are some good avenues there. Very, very cool. Otherwise, if you've already got cryptocurrency on other blockchains, you can try and use bridges to get over. There's a number of bridges out there. Xpollinate is a particularly good one. All right, so very, very cool. Let's jump over here. We've got, if you want to invest, of course, you've got Matic, Wrapped ETH, USDC, DAI Stable, Wrapped Bitcoin, and Chainlink on Polygon that you can use. And of course, let's just switch that over to USDC just for simplicity. And of course, let's say we're going to invest $1,000. That would be 1,000, and you can see over on the right here, you got $1,000 principal invested. There are pretty much 4 benefits or bonuses through here. The Accelerator one, of course, is you get 1% per year. You must stake at least 350 days to start earning the benefits. Otherwise, the minimum stake period is 120 days, so you don't get any bonuses between 120 and 349 days. But you still get your particle NFT and you still earn your Wrapped Bitcoin dividends and your Axion interest. So it's still a pretty good deal. But the bonuses, you get 1% per year. So up to 15 years or 5,505 days is about 15%. You can see that at the moment. On top of that, of course, if you stake for the next couple of years, you get big payday bonuses. Year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. There are 45 billion Axion distributed over the next 5 years. They go up from 7.5 billion, 10 billion, 12.5 billion, and then 15 billion in the final year. We've already had the first one that was on the 29th of October, and the market's already absorbed that amount. So cool. The second one, of course, so you get those 2 bonuses. On top of that, you get a particle NFT. This is really part of the fun side of investing with Axion. You could potentially earn up to $1,359 if you get the max, depending on what you're invested to get that. So cool. 50 million Axion is the max, so it's pretty cool. And of course, on top of that, you can earn Wrapped Bitcoin dividends that you can earn, take out at any time. That will depend on how the accelerator sells out from day to day. So just take that into account as well, and the price of Axion. So as the price of Axion goes up, all that will go up in value. Very, very cool. And so here is the result so far. We've had 6 million sold. We've had 55% goes to buy Axion on the market and burns it, 3 million. And of course, the rest goes to Wrapped Bitcoin. So because we just started, 2% sold out at the moment. These numbers are relatively low, but obviously over time they go up and up and up as the day goes on. People have used Matic so far and some Wrapped Bitcoin to invest at the moment. So just warming up there. Right. So once, of course, you select the token, you put the amount, and then you put in the period that you want to stake. Let's say you're staking for, I don't know, let's say you're staking for 5 years. I think that's 1,830 days. If I'm remembering rightly, so 1,830 days. Yep, that's a bonus 5%. So yeah, 5 years, 5%. That's cool. You have $1,000. You get a bonus of $50. You get a bigger pays bonus. You get all 4 because you're doing 5 years, so that's long enough. And of course, $118. And then maturity value at the current date, the price of Axion is $1,590 in 5 years' time. And of course, you get a bonus NFT, a Collider NFT, and that is the max one, so that's pretty good from the looks of it there. And of course, you don't know what you're going to get. So it's random. It is random to calculate. You get 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, or 10x times what your principal is. But once again, maximum is 50 million. And you have a 4% chance of actually winning that. So if you use that particle NFT, you get a 4% chance of winning. On top of that, of course, you get Bitcoin. At the moment, it's estimating if the accelerator sells out $114.65 a year. And of course, close to $10 a month on that. That's in addition to the Axion you earn, which is 8%. So pretty nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once you've selected a token, put the amount in, select the days that you want it. You can obviously change the time and it will change all the numbers depending on how long you want to stake for. And then you click stake and away you go. That will be done. It costs you a little bit of gas, super cheap on Polygon. And that's how easy it is to do it. Now, you can also do a staking ladder. In other words, you can make multiple investments over different time periods. Maybe you want a stake coming out every 6 months. Maybe a stake want to come out every year. And of course, you can set up as many stakes as you like, super cheap as well on Polygon. And obviously, longer pays better. So you get more shares per year. 20% more per year, over 305%. So when you stake your Axion and get all these bonuses through the accelerator, you swap your Axion over for shares, and shares determine how much a reward pool you get in terms of Bitcoin and stuff. And of course, every year that you stake, you get 20% more shares, so over 305% more shares in Axion. That's why 49% of people have staked their Axion for 15.2 years to get that maximum number of shares. So it's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. Once you've staked that, of course, your stakes will show up on the stake page. You'll have your portfolio here on the left with the dollar value, the US dollar value. And of course, when you swap your Axion, you get shares. So you'll have your shares at the top here. And then on the bottom here, you'll have your wrap Bitcoin. You can withdraw that at any time. You'll accrue wrap Bitcoin as people buy and stake through the accelerator. 55% of whatever is invested through the accelerator goes onto the market and buys Axion. And of course, you can also reinvest that wrap Bitcoin through the accelerator and keep increasing, compounding your Axion there. At the bottom of this page will show up your stakes. So it'll give all your details, maturity, the amount of interest you've earned, all that sort of stuff. And of course, some special premium features like splitting your stakes, renaming your stakes like a retirement fund or something like that, child's holiday or something. And of course, you can also soon you'll be able to make Galaxy NFTs. So you'll be able to turn all these stakes into non-fungible tokens and be able to trade those too on a secondary market, or obviously transfer them between wallets and things like that. Pretty cool. So that's the stake page. Your particle NFT that you win through the accelerator by making an investment will show up here. And if you want to use that, you can jump over to the Collider page here. This is the second main product that Axion has. You can put your particle NFT in here, and this is free, of course. And you can set the period of your benefit. As I say, if you do 15 years, you're going to get over 305% more shares. You can engage the Collider. You got a 4% chance of winning a bonus investment. And of course, that's pretty awesome. So very, very cool. That's how that works, folks. Those are the four main tabs there for Axion. On top of that, of course, once you're Axion staker, particularly if you're over 1 year or if you've max stake for 5,505 days, you will get access to the IDO. So you get opportunities and other investments that may have some really good return on investment possibilities. Obviously, you have to do your own due diligence on them all, but the team does do a sort of kind of a pre-screening before they get on there. And of course, we've had quite a few launches on here so far. 7 so far? The team is aiming for 2 a month. So this gives you a chance of getting airdrops, getting pre-sale discounts, and lots of other benefits that come with each of them. They're all different. Some of them require KYC. Some of them don't require KYC. You can see that the team has added KYC up there now, so it's very easy to do now. And of course, you do that through one of our first launch partners, which is Securidance, which is pretty cool. We focus on regulatory blockchain stuff like KYC, so it's very, very, very cool. Of course, if you do participate, there are pledges, and you can actually do a pledge here right on the page. So this is basically saying, oh yeah, I want to take $2,000 worth of the new project, and of course, you'll get your tokens then given to you via a vesting page, and it will slowly drip to you. Maybe they've got them dripping over 6 months. Every month they give you a certain amount, like 16%. You'll get that total amount over 6 months pretty much. So that's kind of the way it does. So it's very good upside. So basically, in summary, you get Axion interest, 8%. You get wrapped Bitcoin dividends, depending on how well the accelerator does from day to day, but in real time, and you can withdraw it any time. And on top of that, you get access to a whole ton of launch pads, launches, IDOs, pre-sales, and things like that, which could be really good value added to your portfolio. You do have to put capital up front for that, but it does give you early access, discount prices, and things like that. So a big chance for potential upside. So very, very cool. So those are the 3 big benefits through Axion. And then finally, we're going to get to the dashboard. And of course, this is the Axion ecosystem. So how big is Axion? And of course, we've got the total supply here, 335 billion Axion. And 25% of that is circulating supply. That's 82.7 billion Axion is in circulating supply. And we've got the staked is 252.4 billion, and that's 75%. So 75% is staked, folks. That's a very good result. And 49% is staked for 15.2 years, 163.5 billion. So some pretty awesome results there. And finally, we obviously not only do you get when people buy and stake through the accelerator, 55% goes to buy Axion and burn it. And that's what we've got here. So very, very cool. 35% goes and buys wrapped Bitcoin, and it goes to stakers. I think I did my numbers the wrong way around before, but that's the way it works. So we're going to click on that and see what the latest burn is. And we're going to jump over here. We can see that we've had 2 burns over the last 2 days since I did my last live stream, I believe. I don't think I added those in last time. I'm not sure if I had this one on here. but that's looking pretty good. Did I have that one in there, Prana, last time I reported? I'm not sure.
I don't think it was on your last show, though.
Yeah, I don't think that one was. I think we were up to there, wasn't it, last time? Yeah. If we add all these up, so 115, 100, let me just get your calculator out there. I'll just add that up quickly. 115 plus 27 plus 10 plus 1.5. I think that's probably up. So about 153 mil. So that's pretty good. We're going to take the total. We're going to do my favorite section, burn, baby, burn. Obviously, this burning of Axion means that helps support the price longer term. And so the big things that we need is the burn going up. And of course, just new investors coming in. That's pretty much the case for every project on the planet. Pretty cool. All right, let's just do the burn, baby, burn. Baby, burn. And we've got the total there. I think I've got my calculator there. 153. 153.5 million. Million last 3 days. Total. A burn now. Paste that out. Axion. Right. Total burn, million Axion. Last 3 days. Cool. There we are, folks. Boom. That's right. All right. So we're going to burn that. Nice. And we're going to put some nice fun stuff here. Fire, baby. Fire, baby. Let's go on that. Let's find a good one. Nice. Put the heart up there. That's like got a lot of love there for sure. So Axion's on the upside, and Axion heart there, Axion fire. Nice. All right. Get into that, folks. Very, very cool. So the burn's going really nice, and that's what we like to see for sure. Looks like we've got Pullen on the chat there. I'm not sure. Let's have a look here. I'm just going to quickly jump into here on live, see what Pullen's got there. Boom. All right, cool. Let's. Looks like we're going to get Pullen jumping in, so we're going to pull in there. Let's get the old invite on the chat there. Bam, and paste that in. And boom, and boom. All right, so we're going to jump out of there. Nice. All right, so Pullen's mic coming on there. That's pretty awesome. We could have one of the core team members here coming into the chat, but let's get into. We've done most of that. We've covered all this. We've covered the burn, so that's pretty cool. 37.3 billion Axion burned. Amazing stuff there, and of course that's the number one wallet too. So if we click out of there, get to the number one wallet. We can see that is actually the top wallet. The burn address is the number one wallet. Look at that dead address, they call it. Looking pretty good. 31% of the supply in there on the liquid. That's pretty impressive. And we've got a couple of contracts in there. And, of course, I think that's the team's dev wallet there, the 3 billion. And I think another one of these is actually a dev wallet. Might be this one here. I can't remember now. Very, very cool. All right, so that is the burn. Let's jump out of there. And, of course, if you haven't, before you invest, you should always do your investment due diligence. So check out Axion.network website. It is looking fantastic. In fact, if Pullen does jump on, this is the site that he has just updated, at least the homepage. And man, does it look gorgeous as well. So welcome to the world's best staking ecosystem. And of course, it shows you how much you can earn. You can actually play with these dynamic calculators online, which is pretty cool. Earn potential bonus stakes. And you got the launch collider there. You got the numbers, of course, the headline. These are all dynamic too, so they update. So over 180 Bitcoin paid to stakers, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing there. And, of course, number of wallets, 17,000. Looks terrific. So some really good stuff there, folks. And then, of course, your investment is secure. It's fully audited. So you've got lots of cool audits there. Very, very nice. And, of course, the launch pads are massive upside. A lot of people are trying to get access to good IDOs, pre-sales, discounted prices, and Axion's launch is one of the best pads to do it. So definitely is a nice added value on there for sure. Hey, we've got Pullen in the house. Hey, Pullen.
Hey, team. How we doing?
Yeah, good.
How we doing, Prana?
It's an honor to have you on the show. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice.
It's a bit of a late night for me. I've been working through the night, but I just spotted you guys were on, so I thought I'd pop in and join.
Cheers.
Welcome.
We've got a few comments. Sorry, you were going to say?
No, I was going to say, I noticed you love reading out all the burn figures. So at the moment, we've only got the one burn figure, which, of course, is how much is being burnt from the accelerator. But what we're working on at the moment is some slightly different tokenomics plus these Galaxy stakes. And both of these are going to have a burn mechanism. So once all this is launched, you're going to have, I think, 2 other burn figures to read out, which is going to be good because then we can work out how much is being burned from these other aspects, from the potential sell tax, from the Galaxy stake sales, and then from the accelerator. So that's going to add something for you, which is great.
Yeah, fantastic.
And of course, it's going to do wonders for the token in general.
Yeah, and of course we've got the community vote coming up on the tokenomic burn there soon, right?
Yeah, that should be out very shortly. Yeah,
so that will go hand in hand with the numbers, getting the numbers up there if it gets pushed through. Cool.
Should
be. Got a few comments in the chat. I'll just read through some of these, and then we'll get on to some of the good stuff. You've arrived at a perfect time, Pullen, because we're about to get up to the update side, so that's pretty nice. We got Kevin. What else we got here? We got the Next Trends in the house. Hello, Axions. Hey, Next Trend, great to see you. I appreciate your comments on the videos too. Good evening. Very, very cool. And I'm not sure. I think I know who Next Trend is. I'm not exactly sure, but that's just the way it goes. Let me just see if I can switch around. Does that look better? I'm not sure. Let me have a look here.
You can put me on the bottom and Pullen on top if that's what you're talking about.
No. I just had the comments here. I'll just ride through the comments and take them off. Pronan's in the house there. We've got Axion there. Kim's in the house. Nice to see Kim as always. Best ecosystem absolutely is. And yes, best on-ramp site. Yeah, the website is amazing, Pullen. Like terrific job on the website update on the homepage. Looks gorgeous and really is the best out there.
Cheers. Yeah, it was a bit of a labour of love. I wanted it to make it look special. We got a few new pages coming as well. A section for NFTs to explain all the NFTs that we've got, and then of course the stake NFTs for Galaxy NFTs. That'll be another section as well. So hopefully they'll be done soon.
Pullen, I think we need links for OpenSea on the Axion's website, because I don't think that's anywhere on the website.
No, not on the website. It's not on itself. If you go to the support page and go to the NFT section on the support site, yes, they're all linked to OpenSea. But I am making a page dedicated for the main website, which will have all of the NFTs and links to OpenSea for each one.
Right, that's great. Yeah. We've got Kim says claiming BTC divs are so smooth. They are so smooth. I mean, the team has really got this thing well oiled. It's very impressive. Claim BTC anytime with a very low fee. Absolutely. Prana says, yes, Axion has developed so many good features and great looking websites. Yep. It's all about direct marketing, promoting, and just getting out there now as well. Website is awesome, says Next Trend. I like the idea. Sharing mining, owning mining, and gearing is not really practical. Yeah, well, when you basically own shares, it's kind of like mining in a sense, isn't it? So I wonder the price in 15 years, this Next Trend. We'll just have to see, because we're already well through. How far through now, Pullen, in terms of the time frame?
Since launch, that was November 2020. So I don't know how long that was. Time since November 2020. Let's see. Just do it on Google. It doesn't tell me in years and days. 489 days, 16 months. So a year and 4 months.
Year and 4 months. So,
yeah.
Yes, getting up there. Kind of 2 years, kind of that maturity mark. So we're kind of heading up towards that.
I'm just helping someone out on support at the moment, helping them stake some Axion. So excuse me if I don't answer for a minute.
Next Trend says, I wonder the price. Yeah, so it's who knows. We're going to find out. So everything is keep working towards getting that price up there. That's for sure. Accelerator, Collider, Launchpad, pledging engine, investing engine, plus more. Absolutely, Prana. And Kim says the way it auto swaps network to Matic is handy with MetaMask. Absolutely, and handy for those that had taken a break for months. Absolutely. And yes, always new ideas. Love the fire. This is a beauty opportunity to invest in your future. Absolutely. And welcome to the best ecosystem, Axion. Yeah, that's so true. Next Trend. Very cool comments there. And I'm not even sure how you actually move people around on the.
Just drag them on the actual screen itself, where you see the preview. You can just drag.
Never done that. Oh, cool. That's how that
works.
Just
a random one. What's the random ticking noise? Oh, it's just stopped.
Maybe it's me. I don't know.
Can you hear it?
I thought it was Prana, but
maybe.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. So just mute your mic for 2 seconds, and we'll see if it goes away.
Give me a second.
Yeah, that stopped.
That was Prana.
Yeah, I'm just jiggling around in my chair, so maybe it's that.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was a cool beat, rhythm beat.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was a bomb about to explode, like a ticking bomb.
Yeah, I just saw that in a private chat there in the green room.
No worries.
All right, so very cool. Anyway, so yeah, this is gorgeous. I mean, let's celebrate what this is absolutely impressive. And many of us.
Just a quick one. Scroll up a little bit to the stats. So even number 5 one on the stats is for wallets. Do you think I should replace that with a burn number? So it'll be like a flame and how much has been burnt so far.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But wallet numbers are pretty important.
It is, yeah, but I just think the burning one might be changing a bit more at the moment. Well, up until we
you could have a flickering flame there, and that'd be really neat.
Something there.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to go with the burn number instead.
Cool. I'll make that change.
Because people like the burn.
We're also thinking about bringing in a total cap on the supply because, as you know, Axion was originally designed to be uncapped. And essentially, we could go on minting forever with the accelerator, but obviously we don't want to. We want to keep inflation under check. But we are considering bringing in a cap at 500 billion. As you can see there, we're currently at 337 billion. But if we did that, that would be quite a good thing because we could show how much is left to be minted, and obviously the overall numbers would be going down with burning.
Yeah.
Lots to look forward to.
But how would people get interest if you put a cap?
Well, with a cap, it's a lot better for some people. Some people avoid tokens, or many people avoid tokens with an unlimited cap. Because
but we're a staking token and we get our interest from the inflation. So if you put a cap, we're not going to be getting any more interest, though.
Oh no, we would allocate for that. We would allocate for the inflation, and obviously with the burn mechanisms in place, so much will be burnt each year to allow for the inflation.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully allow for the accelerator to continue running for 15 plus years.
Yeah. As I said earlier in the lives, that the amount on the accelerator will decrease depending on the price of Axion, right? That was the original.
Yes, it will do. Yeah, it will be. As the price of Axion goes up, the amount available, so currently 375 million a day, that will drop down, to only 10 million a day at some point. Yeah, that's all to come as well.
Oh, I don't know if you guys are going to do it on your weekly or your fortnightly live stream, but it'd be really cool to get another update on the modeling.
Yes, for sure. We're currently working on something
you've got.
We're battling around behind the scenes at the moment with a few different ideas and what's best. This is why it's taken a bit of a delay for the votes to come out. I'm currently working on those. That's what I'm trying to work on tonight, overnight. Getting the wording for these votes and going through the simulations to include some statistics from the simulations to show how these votes will affect things. So you will get a sneak preview when these votes go live on the modelling. But there's also some different ideas being thrown around from team members on how we could drastically change things up. So we're just working out what's best at the moment, and then once we've settled, we'll be launching the votes.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, feel free to jump on here after you've done your live on your show, and reach out.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like I say, it looks fantastic. And for many of us that just look at non-stop crypto sites, this is just, I think it's the best one out there, to be honest. And I've seen so many. It really is cool. All right. So yeah, let's just good timing. We're getting up to the update. So I like to go through this because you guys have been delivering on this. We've had the first one here, the new launch partner. We had Legion. That's gone through. They're about to go live, aren't they, on the 7th of March with the price on Binance Smart Chain?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming up. And then, of course, KYC updates. The other thing I've seen you doing advertising on Dextors.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we give it a try for a week. I think it got, let me have a quick look. It got some 200,000 impressions. Not quite as many as I expected it to be honest. I thought it would get more. But it was still good. 400,000 impressions, which is not too bad for a week. And as always with Dex tools, you don't get enough clicks from it. We really don't. We got a 0.15 click-through ratio. So we got 614 clicks from it, which is really low. You get much better clicks from other websites. So it cost about $7.50 for each person who clicked on it. But what we did see from those people who clicked through to the website is they spent a long time on the website. They looked through the homepage, then they went on to the how to buy Axion page as the first main page, or Axion launch, or the accelerator. So I spent quite a while going through looking at where these people went And it's good. The people who did click did actually spend some time, and then some of them joined Discord, and some of them went and bought, which is great. But we're just testing what works best, and we're going to find some other sites. We're going to try and Polygon scan for banners.
Yeah, I was thinking this one here, following Hedron, they're using Dex Screener. Have you looked at Dex Screener?
No, Dex Screener. Okay. Is there advertising on there?
I don't think there is, though.
Isn't there advertising on there? I thought
I'll check right now.
Dex Screener. I'm just having a look here now. I know that this is getting more popular with all the Dexes on there.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure they will put ads on there eventually because they've got to make their money somehow.
Yeah. They're certainly, getting more popular. That's for sure.
What did you reckon of the creative, the advert, the banner
excellent.
as such?
It was nice and sweet and short to the point. It was very easy to know what you guys were wanting.
Yeah, it was designed to kind of catch your eye and stand out because that like rotating.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You finished it right now.
Yeah, it won't come up now, unfortunately.
It was up when we were doing some live streams. Like I think at least 2 live streams it was on during. It was up over right here.
I like the new advertisement for our text tools, so you did a good job with that.
I'll send you a link in the private chat. You can open that up in a tab. Oh no, not on there. On private chat on the StreamYard.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You want me to pull this over to the main?
Yeah, you show that on your main tab. This was like the mock-up I did from beforehand, just to show how it will look. But for anyone who didn't spot the banner, this is how it looked.
Well, there, yeah. I mean, it was really cool, and with that's going to attract people. The color going around, it's really nice.
Yeah, and as you hover your mouse over it, it kind of changed color to encourage you to click on it. Oh no, that was a different one. That's not the same one.
It's really cool.
That's not the one we actually went for. That's got the rocket on it. We didn't go for that one in the end.
It was different with the rocket. Yeah, I actually don't remember me actually scrolling over it, to be honest.
If you go to your address bar and you see where there's number 2 in the address bar, change that for number 3. Right. And this is the one we actually went for in the end. Very similar, but it just didn't have the rocket animation. And when you drift your mouse across it, the idea was some people accidentally move their mouse across the adverts. Oh, was it good?
Lost it, sorry. 3.
Yeah, the idea was as people move the mouse around the page, you often put your mouse over an advert, not meaning to. So what I did was I made the border go green as like a positive reinforcement thing to get people to try and click on it.
That's a good idea.
Why is that still loading?
What's that still? Punch that up there.
I'll get there in a minute. There you go. Yeah. So this is a fine.
UNOG Axion launch. Access new crypto projects before they launch. Your ticket to the future is here.
Yeah, I like that you guys are paying attention to Axion launch as a new way to help.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes at the moment. We've had 20 or 30 people approach us with projects, and 10 or so of them we've gone and researched and done our due diligence. And unfortunately, most of them are really not great or a bit dodgy, a bit scammy, as we turned down so many of them. Obviously, we accepted Legion, we accepted some other ones, and we got some coming up. But yeah, there's a lot of due diligence involved. We don't want to just put every single project out there that wants to get listed on there, because we don't want our investors to get hurt. We don't want people investing money and getting a bad project out of it. So
plus, I like how you said you got awesome feedback from Luxy.
Yeah, Luxy and Babel. Yeah, we're trying to get some testimonials off them soon, because we're going to change up the Launchpad page on the website to have like an application form listing the benefits of listing your token through Axion launch, and some testimonials as well, of course. And we've got like a what's it called, a pitch deck that we send people. It's like a 20-page PDF that sells it. But obviously, we need something on the website to have people apply.
Yeah, this is an excellent way to get more investors into Axion. It's not just for the staking, but you could get a lot of investors just for the Launchpad by itself.
Definitely. Even looking through the comments on that last YouTube video that we did, obviously doing that comment competition, quite a few of the comments mentioned that they found Axion because of Legion. So that's great. We're definitely getting new investors into Axion because of these launches. And that's the plan. And if we do get up to 2 or 3 a month, that's really going to help. We've got some other things coming up as well that are going to bring new members in. We're going to be having some big invite competitions soon for something special, and that should help get thousands of new members in our Discord and thousands of new investors.
Great.
I know things are taking a while at the moment. There's quite a lot of quiet spells, it may seem, from the community because not much seems to be happening. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I think you guys will be excited to see when it all comes out.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. Anyway, so we got so that's lots happening on launch space there, and KYC updates that's been done, so that's really cool.
That's all been working flawlessly. Yeah, I don't think we've had many. We've had like 1 or 2 people who have had an issue with getting past, but for most people, it's just worked flawlessly, which is great. We want it to be seamless. Did both of you do your KYC and get into the Legion?
Not myself.
I didn't get in either, but I got into Luxy.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Luxy turnout and how they're doing it so far, because their price is pretty stable, and I'm doing their liquidity yield farming, so it's actually special for me.
Nice.
That's
the thing, always added benefit from Axion getting into these projects early. It's gonna be
especially that you're vetting them, making sure they're good projects before you put it on Axion Launchpad.
I mean, the last one that came to us, it was really weird. They're designing some game, and they showed us a preview of the game and videos, and the issue was in their tokenomics, how they were distributing it. Like 75% of the tokens had been reserved for research and development and paying the devs. So it's like they're going to dump 75% of the token once it gets to a certain price to pay for a rink, and it's huge. Yeah. And they were doing their public sale already. So they're having a public sale now before the IDO, which is completely wrong, the wrong way around. And they didn't understand that that's wrong. It's like people are buying now in the public sale, and then you're going to do an IDO afterwards, which is meant to be more private. It's just a very strange thing. But we turned them down after several hours of digging into it.
Cool. So number 3, NFT stake mining. So Galaxy NFTs coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who can't wait for that. There's a lot of people who've got multiple wallets for various reasons, and they want to consolidate. They want to get all of their stakes into one wallet, or they want to get the stakes for 15 years out of their software wallet and put it in a hardware wallet like a ledger for security. And this is going to allow you to do that. Once we've got this stake NFT minting, people would convert their stake to an NFT and then just send it from wallet to wallet.
There's a 10% fee for that once somebody sells it, right?
When someone sells it, yes. Initially, for a week, we're going to allow transferring of it for free. So that people can do this, obviously, so they can move it between wallets. But after that point, we will have this fee in place in order to monetize it. We've got to.
So what happens if there's like a second sell after the first sell and a third sell and a fourth sell? Would it keep on?
It would keep on losing 10%.
Okay. I actually like that part because I don't want it to stop on the first sell. I want more burning of the Axion.
And this is the whole burn figure that we're going to add to the stats. How much Axion has been burnt due to NFT sales.
Yeah.
Cool. Website refresh. We've covered that already, and that's still rolling out. But man, it looks amazing. YouTube video series, which has got your sweet voice on it.
I need to get back on with those. I've been a little bit delayed, but yeah. The reason I'm a bit held up on it is because there's like 10 different videos I'm trying to do, and I don't just want to do the videos like independent videos. I want to make sure they're kind of interlinked. So when you start watching one, it's like if you haven't got Polygon set up yet, click here to go to this video to learn how to add Polygon. Getting them all interlinked like that requires a lot more planning than just filming them all one by one. But it's trying to make them all short and sweet and well laid out so that they're successful.
You got, your Ledger video, you got onto a viral one, right? That's gone viral.
It's mad, yeah. And hope we get another one when we do our how to stay safe with crypto in crypto.
Yeah, those do very well, and so that was.
What's it got now? I think it's got like 130,000 now. It's mad.
How do you do that?
That's a viral video.
I don't understand how you were able to do that with that one particular video, because I tried to do something like you. I just made my own video tutorial series. And I'm not getting anywhere.
I think it's because it was something that hadn't really been mentioned before on YouTube. Like there wasn't any tutorials on how to do exactly that thing.
Oh, really?
So there was how to set up a ledger from scratch. There's loads of those, but how to migrate an existing MetaMask wallet into a ledger, it didn't seem to be covered before.
And that's a lot. I've seen that question asked a lot of times, and not a lot of videos. So yeah. Plus, with your delivery so good. that
Cheers.
those two
Just
things
happened to stumble across that thing. I guess it just came up. People were asking for how to do it. I needed to work out how to do it myself. And
you must see the share stats on your behind that video must look really cool.
I'm just looking at the analytics now. 10,000 hours watched. So we've got 2.8 thousand subscribers on our official YouTube, and this one video has given us 900 subscribers.
Yeah,
so that's huge. Like a third of our subscribers have come from that video, which is great.
Wow.
That's what happens when you get hit on the right thing, right? It's like
exactly, yeah. So we just hope for lots more of those, and
And you're gonna do a follow-up
I think
series.
somebody, sorry, Brian.
Poland said he's gonna do a follow-up safety series or security series.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a follow-up ledger one because a few things have changed since that video. So I'm going to make a new and a replacement one for that. You know, how to migrate an old wallet into a ledger, just with a few updated bits. And then I'm going to do a generic how to stay safe in crypto or in
that's the one I was talking about.
And that's the important one because I think that's the kind of thing that will go viral again. Lots of people will watch it and share it, and it will be a good thing for first timers. And it's a good thing because if people see that kind of video and appreciate it, they get help from it, and they look at who created it or the project behind it, and they think, oh, okay, that project's actually out there to help people. Yeah, might as well go and look into this project. And we've had a lot of that. We've had a load of people joining Discord and mentioning, oh, we found it because of this, and yeah, well, I looked into Axion because of it, which is great. Yeah. I know it's not got us our 50,000 investors yet, but one day it's going to happen.
It's just building it up. Like you might not get it on the first try. You probably they have to catch Axion like 6 or 7 times, and finally they'll actually buy in at that point. So you just got a first impression or a second impression with them at that point.
And the great thing about these videos is they stick around for years and years. You know, they stay relevant and they continue to get views. I mean, that one, I think.
Yeah, it just keeps on piling up with views. So like 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was at 110,000. Now it's over 123,000 right now.
980 views in the last 2 days. So still getting 500 views a day. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's fantastic, right? That's there's a special name for those videos.
August, 6-month-old video, still getting 500 a day. It's not bad.
And you've got, I think you've got a very good probability that many of the videos that you do in the series will also get picked up. So,
hopefully. That's the plan.
And that's going to be great for onboarding. So it is an investor onboarding series. So for those that are wondering what's, with the investor onboarding, that is a key. The website and the YouTube series are 2 key components to that. And then, of course, you got here the next one, lots of new marketing plans. So you guys are going to switch the marketing to more direct marketing, more onboarding.
We are doing various different things. At the moment, the tricky thing is with such low engagement in the Accelerator that there's not much there at all for marketing budget. Because the Accelerator has to pay all team salaries and the running costs of everything, server costs plus marketing. At the moment, we've cut down salaries by about 60%. We've cut back the team massively. We've cut down salaries in order to reserve a tiny bit, but there's very little. Obviously, we've got Axion sat there. We got 3 billion Axion, but we don't want to go sell 10 grand worth of Axion to pay for marketing because it's just going to dump the price. So we're holding on to the Axion until we get the price up, seriously good price, and then we'll slowly sell it in order to pay for more and more marketing. Yeah, but we'll get there. We're just working on some more organic things to gradually get there.
Crypto Dude says, keep up the great work, Pullen. You as well as Superman, your posts and videos are invaluable to the community. Axion will have its time, and that's coming. Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. But what Superman's doing, definitely, you're insane how many videos you've created over the time.
Yeah. They're both excellent and valuable works, Brandon. Nice one. Thanks, Brandon. All right, cool. So we've got the next one, of course, is just around this marketing. We've also something around the referral promoters. That next stage that I think Dead Part was working on. Is that still happening in that final stage?
In referrals, no, we still haven't found a good solution for referrals because it's very tricky not to have a loophole where people will abuse it, which causes the token to go down. So we're working on a few things, but nothing concrete yet.
Okay, cool. The Axion launch focus, obviously that's the big focus for this year.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then, of course, community voting's coming up. You got you're reinstating the system, is that right? Or
so have you got the staking platform open? Yeah, you have top left. If you go to the staking platform, and then go down to utilities. It's a bit hidden at the moment, but we will bring it out to the main thing. Go to tools, and then voting is there.
Oh yeah.
So we will bring it back out to a main menu item once it is. So there's a test vote there. We did 2 months ago at the top. And yeah, all of these will be, this will be what we're using to vote. So directly in the staking platform.
Mm-hmm. So if you have 1 million Axion stake, the rule still applies. You get 1 vote. Is that what kind of?
Yeah. So what it used to be was it was weighted on shares.
Yeah, I never liked that myself.
I never liked it myself, but there were certain people back then who were pushing for it, and it's because it gave swing to the whales of the big bag holders, and it meant they could swing any vote in their own favour, which wasn't good. So what I've done now is changed it to 1 vote per wallet, as long as you've got 1 million stake for 5 years.
That's a good answer, yeah.
And it's just going to make it a lot more fair. Hopefully, more people bother to get involved and vote, because I think before a lot of people thought, "What's the point in voting if the whales have got their say?" So this makes it a lot more diplomatic, a lot more fair.
So it only counts stakes that have at least a minimum of 5 years?
Yes, yeah, 1 million, 5 years. Yeah.
That's cool.
And sure, some people might want to swing it. Some people might want to try and get an extra vote, and that's fine if they do, because it means they're going to go and open up a new wallet, stake 1 million for 5 years, and do that 10 times or 20 times just to get 20 extra votes. But that's not a bad thing. It's more tokens getting sold, more Axion getting staked. It's all beneficial.
Nicholas asks, "Hey, Paul, who's created Axion smart contract?"
Who was the creator? Well, the original contract is long gone. The original people who launched it, the founder who launched it, used a company in Russia called Rock and Block to develop it. I think it was Russia, and they did a very poor job. They coded it really bad, and lots of issues of how it worked, how the interest was paid out, and ultimately, when they actually launched it, one of their contractors, one of the people working for that company, put an exploit in it, and when they launched it, it rug pulled as such, not from Axion, but
it was a bad day.
It was a horrible day, yeah. But luckily, we recovered from that, and we, got rid of the exploit, launched it again. But since then, we've launched Axion V2 and V3, which are completely new smart contracts written in house by our developers, especially Travis Daly. So yeah, now the creator of the smart contract was Travis Daly and the other developers on the team.
Yeah, and them absolute machines. They're absolute machines.
And we've got it audited. We've got 4 audits, as you can see on our homepage.
Crypto dude asks, "How well is Axion funded to weather the low liquidity environment we're seeing currently?" Yeah,
we're funded enough to stay. We're going to stay alive, definitely. We've been doing things to make sure that we can. We don't want to play with fire and end up with no money left. So we've got plenty to last. Liquidity is low, kind of on purpose at the moment, because it means we will pump much faster. Once.
On the last Axion official YouTube show with the when you guys were there and the community hangout, I guess it was called.
Yeah.
I think it was mentioned in the presentation by Dead Poet that it looks like you guys might be looking to get additional yields by maybe investing the liquidity in other platforms to get more yields.
Not the liquidity money, no, that's just staying in reserves. But and essentially that's people's funds. But the treasury, yes, the war chest as such, yes, we could be potentially investing that in yield farming services.
And does that go back to stakers, or how does that work?
Well, it would build up the war chest in order for Axion to do more things, to do further development, or to take a lower cut from the Accelerator, in which case Accelerator is going to be paying out more dividends or more buybacks and stuff.
Do you know how much is in that war chest right now at all?
I think it's about 400,000 or 500,000.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I like that. I think that's great. I think that's...
Yeah.
Do you know what the last month for the liquidity replenishment payments for people who helped build up the liquidity?
2 months left.
2 months
finally
left?
At the end of this. Yeah.
Wow, almost at the end. Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, that is insane. There was 136 people who came together to recover, or not recover, to fund Axion after that hack. So these 136 people came together. They donated as such, or not donated. They pledged $500,000 in order to replace that liquidity, so that Axion could relaunch on November 14th, whenever it was, 2020. But in return for that, they got Axion tokens cheap, vested out over 18 months, and we're just coming up to that 18th or 16th month at the moment. So yeah.
And they got the liquidity replenishment NFT out of it, and nobody wants to sell it for a cheap price.
No, everyone's holding on to them for $2,000, I think. Or
yeah,
they're holding their value, which is good, and they will have more utility in the future.
Cool.
Nicholas asks, from where comes the liquid Axion to buy on the Accelerator? It will decrease the amount of Axion if price goes up in the future.
Yes, the amount available on the Accelerator will decrease as the price goes up. So currently there's 375 million for sale each day, and that resets each night. But as the price goes up, that amount will reduce. So one day it might be 10 million available for sale each day because the price has gone up to a certain point. And where does it come from? It is minted. It's minted for the buyers of that day, but it's very carefully balanced how much we're minting from the Accelerator. We only mint what we sell, and obviously currently 55% of the money coming into the Accelerator is used to go and buy back Axion from DEX tools, from SushiSwap, from the market, which is instantly burned. So we're burning 55% of what is sold.
Yeah, that was the 2 votes that are coming out, right? To increase the buyback percentage to 70%.
Yes, I really want to get it up to 70, which is really going to help things. Yeah.
And the other one is the sell tax.
Yeah, so there's a couple of ideas on sell tax. I'd like to bring them both in, really. Just a very small sell tax, so it'll be 4% in total, maybe 5%, and it'll be split in half as to what it does. So 2.5%, half of it would get instantly burned, and over time. So this is every time someone sells on the market, 2.5% of that is going to get burned. Over time, that accumulates to like 20% of the token gets burned. So that is a huge deflationary measure. Initially, I didn't think it was that huge. I thought 2% won't do anything, or 0.5% won't do anything. I think there was people in Discord calling for a 0.5% burn or a 1% burn, and I didn't think it would do anything until I plugged it into my simulations, into my modeling, and I realized actually, with all of the daily trade, swing traders and whatever on SushiSwap, actually it adds up. It all really does add up. So a 2.5% burn tax is going to really help.
Yeah, plus in combination with the Galaxy NFT stakes, when every time you sell a stake, it's going to be 10% charge for that. That 10% charge, is that all going towards the Axion Foundation for building up a war chest, or where does that 10%?
No, so OpenSea charge 2.5%, of course, and we've set our fee at 7.5% just to make it 10% in total. So yeah, that's 7.5% of the sale price. Yes, that will go into the war chest to be used for future things that are coming.
Okay.
Cool.
And the other half of that is the second half of the burn fee. Sorry, the sell tax is another 2.5%. But this wouldn't be burned. This would be redistributed to stakers as extra dividends. So what I'm pushing for is this to turn up in your staking platform underneath your Bitcoin divs. So you would get liquid Axion building up in your staking platform as extra dividends.
But it could only be taken out at the end of the stake, right?
No, it would be liquid. There's some people wanting it to be locked up for 15 years. But personally, I don't think that's beneficial for any of you guys staking. I don't think, it's not giving you much at all. Whereas if it's built up as like a venture capital dividend next to your Bitcoin divs, you've got the option of withdrawing it and selling it, or you can stake it. Now, you've got to think that this was already getting sold. So it's been taken away from being sold and then put into people's wallets as dividends, or in the staking platform as dividends. So if it does all get sold, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good.
But what is key is that burn fee. 2 seconds. I've got to get back to this guy on support. He's hassling me.
David says, great time to invest in Axion. Nice one, David. Agree with that one. And Nicholas says, is the NFT collider working correctly? It seems loading a lot in the interface before it starts interacting with MetaMask. Take a look. Maybe just refresh your page there, Nicholas.
There's RPC issues with Polygon every once in a while the past few weeks, so it might be related to that.
Yeah, Polygon is having some issues, Nicholas. I would suggest checking your MetaMask network settings to make sure you've got the correct Polygon RPC. If you're not sure about that, join our Discord or press the help icon at the bottom right, and over the support, I'll tell you how to do it.
Cool. Fiat on-ramp, that's coming up somewhere.
Yep, it's coming, and what we're trying to get is it's impossible to get a fiat on-ramps to buy Axion immediately. Like, it would cost us $10 million, to be featured on MoonPay's homepage as one of the currencies. It's just impossible. When you go to MoonPay homepage, there's like 20 or 30 big currencies who've been around for 10 years. Getting a small currency like us on there is almost, pretty much impossible. But what we are trying to do with it is getting it so the user would be buying Matic. They'd be spending $500 buying Matic, but immediately once the purchase is finished, it would then give them one more screen, which would convert that Matic into the Accelerator. So it would be fairly seamless for them. They would enter the credit card, buy the Matic, and then press next and submit, and it would enter the Accelerator, and they would get their Axion staked. So getting that as a smooth process is what we're working on.
Nice, that's great. Cool. And lots more that you guys are working on there. Very cool. All right, so let's jump over the Axion price. It's holding pretty steady in this range for a while now. We've been kind of at this level more or less for 11 days, so which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really not doing too bad at the moment. I mean, it's not pumping, but it's not doing bad. It's not tanking. It's really holding steady.
As I say, if we want to change this chart around to start getting it upwards so that the market can look at it and go, hey, this chart's might turn the corner. And it's kind of, I've got here that quadruple 05 mark's kind of pretty key to work towards that.
So I'm just going to answer the crypto dude's question there. Can you say something on Jack and his current involvements? Do we still have support from Wales? So Jack is not involved anymore. Basically, he stepped back last year. I think it was August. He stepped back from his active roles, but he was still taking a take. He was still taking 5%. We've now cut him out completely. This was back in December, so 3 months ago, I think it was. And he is not taking a cut at all anymore. So this is now essentially a community-owned project. He made his money. He made a lot of money when Axion first launched because he had it set so that 20% of the auction funds were going directly to him. Yeah. So in the first year of Axion, and this is why we have struggled for the last 6 months because of how it was initially set up. But he kind of siphoned out like $3 million of profits into his own wallet. So luckily that's completely stopped now. He's not a part of it, and we're taking it over, and we're trying to ensure its longevity for 15 years at least, so that everyone today is going to make big bucks from it.
So he's no longer taking part in any type of meeting at all, and no involvement?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, okay.
Do we have good support? It's interesting that we've got so many whales sitting in liquid for so long lately.
Yeah, so the whales are an interesting thing because there was a huge whale problem initially. Because again, this is part of how it was set up. It was set up with far too low liquidity. There was like 12 grand liquidity when it was initially launched as Hex 2T, and this caused a huge whale problem. Basically, a load of people managed to buy billions of Axion for hundreds of dollars, and that's again why we've had issues of people dumping. Luckily, there was 56 whales. I've been going through a list yesterday actually, and out of the original 56 whales, there's only 5 remaining.
Wow.
Basically, they've all dumped. They've all got out, which is good, which is a good thing for everyone else because that, I can't remember the word, but that money now, that ownership of Axion is now distributed between hundreds or thousands of other holders, smaller holders, which is great. So redistribution of wealth between smaller holders. So now we're down to so few. There are, of course, some new whales. I think I've got 10 new whales since Polygon. Well, they've got 5, so new sharks rather. But we're in a far, far better place than we were a few months ago or a year ago. So yeah, we're doing a lot better at that.
Those numbers are super, super positive for the future.
It really is, yeah. I've kind of been working through this whale list and through the state of these holders over the last few days because it's vital to know what state it is in because these huge whales who hold 5 billion are a huge risk. What I am finding now is there's the ones who do own 2 billion or 3 billion, they're all staked for 15 years, so they can't sell. So they're the good whales who we do have their support of because they're fully locked up. All of the new whales, yes, we've got their support, and the 4 or 5 remaining whales, who some of them are half liquid, half staked, yes, we've got great support from them. Some of them haven't sold a drop ever. They're not going to until we get to 1 cent, and then they're going to slowly sell. So yeah,
this is the one that's been selling lately. This one, it's got half a.
Yes, so that is a guy. He's done very well. He lives in Nigeria, and when he bought $200 on the first day, he got 3 billion Axion.
Oh, really? Way back, when Numbers was around, when Numbers was
day one of Hex GT. He just happened to be there. So he's made some very good money, but unfortunately, he's been needing to sell some recently. I was chatting to him yesterday actually because I was hoping to do an over-the-counter deal to buy that last 500 million off of him, because there's quite a few people who are looking to become whales or looking to buy serious amounts. So I'm hooking these people up at the moment so that the whale doesn't dump on the market, and these other people who are wanting to buy can just buy directly from them.
Yeah, I had someone. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. The AndStakes website, is there any way that it could be available for everybody, not just the team itself?
It's not even up at the moment. I've just got it in raw data form. That the website never kind of got finished. It was a bit buggy. I use the data in raw data form to load in for simulations. The reason we don't want it to be public is because if people look at it and see a huge spike coming up, a huge spike of stakes ending, it's just going to cause a massive sell-off before it, and that's really damaging. So at the moment, we're voting on keeping it private because we think it's better for the health of the token. Like the mods can't access it; it's only the core team, so the three of us, me, Ted Poet, T-Telly, who can see that information, and we don't use it to our advantage or anything. Like, we're staked; we're not going to sell because of it. But yeah, we just think it would be dangerous if we made it public.
Yeah, there's the other token that we're inspired by, and
sure.
Actually it has that type of information for their whole investors or stakers. So
yeah, so they do have it public, and I think we've seen that it does cause a problem for them, because people see that there's a huge wall coming up for where stakes are going to end, and people start to sell and cause panic selling, and the price dumps 60%, 80% because of it. But yeah, we may change that in the future.
I don't see it the same way. I think people just want to adjust their stakes, and really that just tells you any current stakes or up to the time you're seeing that website, any of the stakes that were created, when it's going to end. But you can't tell the future behavior, because nobody could predict the future. So
no, sure, no, you can only make an educated guess over looking at what stakes are coming up to end.
I tend to agree with Paul on the charts are very different. They got very because the Hex charts had sacrifices and big paydays and all sorts of
a lot of manipulation going on there as well.
It's also probably 80 to 160 times bigger project. So it's
I like the transparency for myself, and I want to see once.
True. It may come. We may make it public at some stage if we get it into because what I am hoping on getting is a new stats, because Axion today was obviously built by a third party. Well, it was built by Delhi for a third party. But for me, it doesn't show me all the stats that I want to see. So I'm hoping to get a new full-on stats site, either built into the staking portal or on the homepage, which is going to cover a lot of things, and potentially it will reveal the stakes ending data. We're not sure yet, but there's a lot of other data that we do want to show.
Yeah, because it could help people plan their stakes where they ended during a period where there's not many other stakes ending.
True.
So
yeah, and that could smooth it out and negate it. Obviously, what we had was with these 5 stupid big paydays. We obviously had a load of people staking for immediately after Big Payday 1, immediately after Big Payday 2, and immediately after Big Payday 5. I think 3 and 4 don't seem to have many, but Big Payday 2 and 5 seem to have a lot of people stakes ending around those dates. But let's go on to read Nicholas Luciano.
Sorry, on the first one here? Or?
So Axion nowadays does not have a big boss like Hex. Correct. It is now a developer coin, so it's not so centralized and does not have a weird origin. Yes, completely. It's completely the opposite to that. And certainly doesn't have any big origin addresses at all. It's got a few whales remaining, as you can see on the screen there above, but much less than before. And on your next comment, so if Axion starts to pump, we do not have as much sale pressure. Correct. Statistically speaking, what's remaining to sell is a lot less. And of course, we've got what's the percentage? 50% staked for 15 years,
49,
75% staked in total. So the amount of a token that is now locked up completely that can't be sold is huge. 74.98, almost 75% staked in total. So yeah, the sell pressure has reduced, and we've seen that on the chart. We've definitely slowed this curve. Our NFT Galaxy stakes, NFT Galaxy for shares future valuation launched in 2022. Well, the NFT Galaxy stakes are going to launch very soon. I'm not quite sure what you mean for shares future valuation.
Secondary market valuations.
Maybe. I was thinking about that because there is a way I can build a calculator where you could just enter your stake ID and it will give you an estimate of what you should list it at on OpenSea. Because loads of people would probably put it too high or too low. But the problem is always going to be if someone lists a stake for sale for say $1,000, if Axion's price suddenly pumps the next day, that stake is underpriced massively, and someone can go snatch it up. So when you do list these for sale, you are going to have to be on the ball, adjusting that price, or you're going to be giving away Axion very cheap.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when this comes out.
Yeah.
Hello, Zov. Good to see you in the chat. Welcome. Nice. All right. So cool. That's where. So we're up to that one. I think we're up to all those. And we talked about the price here. So yeah, I mean, it's a good price to pick up tons of Axion, folks. 1 ETH will get you 95.86 million Axion on the market, but obviously through the accelerator, you're going to get even more than that. So let's see, 1 ETH gets you 111.8 million, I guess, if you do a 5555 stake through accelerator. Slightly different number there, but it's okay. 155,000 liquidity, daily volume 34. That's a real pickup. So we had some big action with the big green candle today. Actually, haven't had a look to see if we break that up there. You can see we had a lot of volume and price action there at the moment. Not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I see that big volume candle right there.
Yeah, we got. I see. There was a big buyer on the looks of it. So 138 million.
Tapping, it's driving me mad. I'm not sure what it is, Prana. It's like you're tapping on your mic, like it's weird.
I'm barely doing anything with my side. Like I should be able to hear the sound, and I know what's moving. It's my desk lamp or table lamp. But that's how it sounds to you guys? Damn.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah, it's a tapping noise, yeah. It looks like this account's been doing lots of zigzaggy ins or something in terms of the price there. So, but weird. Anyways, lots of big volumes there. And the price is up at quadruple 027. So, yeah, definitely good times. Pick up heaps of Axion if you're a new investor. And wrapped ETH is 29.57. It's pretty similar around that 30 mark. 2.84 billion Axion in the pool. That's down from the other day because this actually got over 100 million the other day. So it's actually improved. And market cap at 2.2 million. So plenty of room to move the market cap up as well. Circulating supply 82.7. It's cool. Very cool. I think that's probably it. The markets pull back after their nice little push up. Bitcoin smashed up to 44,500. Now it's back down at 39. So this is still a pretty good level though, in my view. So it's not too bad at all. What is it? The final one there, just before we Axion's Twitter's still going out, so some good stuff there. Nice journal, bullish on Axion. Someone heard about upcoming plans. Crypto crowd. So I love it how tweets are going out every day. It's very, very cool. And once I get back on the Telegram, I'll actually able to hear one of these Friday night quizzes or whatever. Come on,
good luck with that. Those are hard to win.
Hard to win, yeah. So cool. Yeah. All right, very good.
Piano says, do you think with Matic becoming bigger and bigger, so Axion will do the same, or is it not? Or is it currently our liquidity is paired in ETH, so we go up or down based on the price of Ethereum, or to 50% scale. but we don't have a Matic pairing. If we had our liquidity in Matic, then yes, as Matic pumped, we would go up. But what we are looking to do soon is tether our liquidity. So once Ethereum goes back up to say $4,000, we're going to tether it to USDC, which means we won't be affected by Ethereum dumping for the bear market. Sorry.
Remove the correlation to the pool.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that risk off doesn't impact prices as they go up. But,
Exactly. Yeah.
No, good one. All right. So missing a few there. Nicholas says, "Are you saying that Axion has much more coins locked to by next decade than X?" Mind blowing. It does.
Way more.
All the staking results are way better than Hex, and since I cover Hex, it's they're significantly. It's like 8 years average stake length, I think, which is Hex is 6.3. 49% is 15 years. Hex has, I think, a million T shares, which is about a tenth of the T shares. So,
how much Hex is staked at the moment? Is it like 10% or
60?
Okay, it is.
Billion, I think, something like that. Yeah. So, where's you got the numbers there? Let me pull it up quickly.
Yeah, they're around 10% staked for Hex.
They're at 9.6, I think, at the moment, 9.66 or something. So.
Oh yeah, February 22nd, 9.7% stake.
And the stake supply 61.7 billion is staked.
Oh, billion, right? Okay, I thought you were saying percentages. I was like, what? 61%? No.
Then the total is total supply is 638.8 billion. Most of it's the Origin wallet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I estimate the circulating supply is probably it is excluding. There's just a public supply excluding the Origin account. Is probably around 4% or 4.2 or something like that, which is really small.
Why don't we just have the numbers on the homepage like we've got now? Just straightforward.
On there, like that, or what's the Hex site there?
So it's roughly 10% staked if you care about the staking percentage. But they get better interest rates because of that. But in our case, if the sell tax gets voted through, you're saying that we're going to get a liquid Axion dividend.
Exactly, and that could pump up the interest that you earn a lot more.
Because I was complaining about the lack of interest for new stakes, and
it's hard to calculate how much it will be. We won't be able to tell really until we enable it and see how things go, and then we can see how much extra that is.
Because even you guys said in the Axion testing initiative, the website for that, under the comments or something to know is like many people won't be happy with those new changes, as 8% would be the new base interest rate. And you guys, correctly pointed that out, because I'm one of those people who don't like that new base interest rate. So I'd like to see better interest, like how I got into Axion, which is getting the Axion dividends, and that actually boosts up the interest rate. So you guys actually cut that out, and that's how I
gotcha. Yes, right. So before the venture capital auctions launched, the auction, before the venture capitals became a thing, the other type of auctions were paying extra Axion dividends to people. So you were getting your 8% interest plus Axion dividends. And that's what was removed foolishly when they launched the VCA divs, which gave everyone Bitcoin. What we're kind of doing is migrating back to that in a way.
It wasn't actually removed, it was cut back severely, and we still were getting decent interest, but then you just wiped that out completely with no Axion dividends anymore starting in August. So that's why I was disappointed. And
no, exactly. Don't say you like me, because it wasn't me. I was just a moderator back at that time, and I was opposing it because I knew that diverting all this money off to Bitcoin is a bad thing. Like we've paid out 180 Bitcoin, which is millions of dollars, and that millions of dollars could be sat in our liquidity. Then the price could be a lot higher. God knows where we'd be today if we hadn't launched the VCAs. We could have been at 0.5% already. But we'll recover. We will get there.
It was even leading up to Bitcoin and introduction in March. It was precarious at that point, also because the mega auctions were drying up, so there wasn't that much Axion to be offered in the auctions at that point. And I think that's why the Bitcoin idea got introduced in end of December or mid-December 2020. because the price was dropping at that point, and Scott, the whale investor that was around at that point, was checking out the tokenomics and seeing that the free claims, Hex free claims, were going to dry up pretty soon, and that means the mega auctions are going to dry up, and that we wouldn't have these dividends coming in anymore. So he just posed
Yeah, I don't know. As I say, I think some people just wanted things to go their way because they were mega whales themselves, and they knew that bringing in Bitcoin is going to pay them a load of Bitcoin in liquid dividends. So I think lots of things have been swung unfairly in the past, and that's what I'm trying to undo and completely reverse and make it a lot more fair for everyone. We're getting there. We're getting there.
We'll fire through some of it, just quick fire through some of these comments on the chat here.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Am I talking about NFT galaxies? Yes, we are.
For sale shares. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean for sale shares. For sale shares.
Selling it's a secondary market, I think that's what we're referring to.
Okay. Well, yeah, once the Galaxy stakes are enabled, the NFT stakes, you will be able to sell them or list them for sale on OpenSea. Yeah.
Crypto Dude says, now that the tokenomics are fixed, it really won't take much to get this moving. Can we have another Sheldon video?
If we could get hold of him, I'd love to say yes, but we've been trying to get hold of him for a long time, even through agencies that he's on, and he's been not replying to a load of different tokens. I'm not sure why. He's had some things going on in his life, but he's obviously doing his own.
Oh, looks like we lost Pullen there. We have to wait till Pullen comes back in, folks.
Okay. I'm glad Pullen came on.
There, Pullen.
Sorry, I dropped out there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, if we can get in touch with him, then yeah, we would love to do that. His video worked very well because it was very organic. He did it off his own back. He wasn't paid for it. And videos that we have paid for haven't done very well at all. So it's hit and miss. But yeah, we will see. There will be more Sheldons in the future.
Yeah. Zov says ticking noise, kind of like a Wheel of Fortune noise. Yeah, that's it. Spinning the wheel, says Zov. Absolutely. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Superman,
says,
are you hearing that ticking noise?
Yes, I hear it too. Yeah. Do you think that Matic become bigger and bigger? So Axion, I think we answered that one. Got lucky enough to swap thousands of Hex to millions of Axion at this stage on time. Great move. Hey, nice one, Nicholas. Love the dynamic liquidity management, says Crypto Dude. Nicholas, can you explain how shares paid to stakers on Axion like Hex do pay, and the concept of T shares staked out Axion, but I have no idea. So basically the same idea.
So yeah, so with Axion, we don't currently have a name for the shares. We don't call them T shares or whatever. But how shares are paid out, when you create a stake, it will give you a certain amount of shares based on how long you're staking for. So if you're staking 1 million Axion and you stake it for a year, it's going to give you about 1 million shares. But if you stake it for 15 years, it's going to give you about 4 times as many. So you're going to get 4 million shares. The shares are what are used to calculate how much Bitcoin you earn or how many dividends you earn. So, for example, the new Axion dividends that are coming with the burn fee. So if you have more shares because you've done a long stake, you're going to end up getting 4 times as much Bitcoin, 4 times as much dividends. So yeah, the shares are important. The longer pays better. And there's also another layer of that called the share rate, which basically over time the share rate decreases. So when we first started, the share rate was 1.0. Everyone got an equal amount of shares, but over time, the amount of shares you get for staking are far less. So this is why it's better to make your stakes today and make your long 15-year stakes today, because if you do it next week, next month, with that share rate, it's kind of inverse. It goes up, but it actually means you get less shares. So yeah, it's 1 hour, 1.24.
Some people have made the comment that they felt it wasn't going up fast enough. But how close is the share rate to the?
It's right on track to where the Death Bros, the Math Brothers, kind of originally hoped it would be. So yeah, it's doing really well. It will go up more with more people staking, but yeah, it's fine. We don't want it to go up too fast, because if it goes up too fast, people won't stake because they're not making anything. They're getting far too.
Is the formula similar to Hex's formula, or is it different? Is it still doing compound interest, or something? But is it
on the share rate? Yeah, but it's similar.
Yeah.
Similar. Yeah,
it's similar. Okay, cool.
I'm actually just just working for a 28-page report from one of the math brothers on how the share rate works and the predictions and stuff. And yeah, so I need to get back to that shortly.
Sure.
But yeah,
cool. NFT Collider is a promotion limited to any supply. Like in the future, will it not be so generous like nowadays? For example, 1 in 100 opportunity, then 1 in 25.
It might be reduced in the future, but it is set to be very balanced. It's not set so that it's going to cause too much inflation, because of course if you win on a collider, that Axion up to 50 million is minted, but it is basically we removed some bonuses not long ago. We reduced the potential bonus in the accelerator down from 20% down to 15%, and this allowed us to bring in the collider without adding any extra inflation. It's still a net negative on how it was before. So yeah,
I think it's actually pretty good at the 21.25 is a fair chance.
Yeah, it's like a 4% chance. I mean, if you go and look at a scratch card, you're buying just a bit of cardboard. You're not buying a stake that's gonna earn you money. You know, you're buying just a bit of cardboard that you're gonna throw in the bin, and you're getting a 1 in 500 chance of winning something, or 1 in 1,000 of winning something good. So the chances of this in 1 in 25 are actually really good.
All right, we're going to finish on this last question from Nicholas, who's been a trooper. So what means tokenomics fixed? An example, like less Bitcoin dividend than last year, tax on each sale?
So there's been, well, when Axion initially launched, the tokenomics were quite good. But sadly, someone came along and insisted we launch the whole Bitcoin thing, the auctions for Bitcoin. And that kind of messed up the tokenomics, because $5 million that we paid out in Bitcoin is just siphoned off to Bitcoin. It's not going into Axion. So the price hasn't been going up ever since the VCA auctions launched on March 12th last year. So when Bitcoin came in, since then, we've just gone downhill. We've made some adjustments 4 or 5 months ago now that have stopped that decline, and we're trading kind of sideways, a little bit down still now, but we've really slowed it down. But the next things we're going to do is increase how much Axion is bought back and burned, and reduce for Bitcoin divs again. And this is going to get us going back uphill. And especially with bringing in the sale tax for burn fees and the Galaxy stake burn fees, we're going to be rocketing. We're going to be flying soon. And then it's just all about getting the news out, getting the new people investing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, thanks everybody for the questions, and a big shout out to Pullen from Axion's team for answering those.
No worries. Nice to speak to you. And yeah, I'm going to crack on in a second.
All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks, Prana, as well.
Cheers, everyone.
We'll see you in the next show, folks. And Kevin says thanks for this valuable information as well. Nice one. All right, take care now.
Thanks for coming on, Pullen. And
Cheers.
take care, guys.
Peace.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.